and we're going to talk about what is bullying and what is not bullying, what that type of behavior looks like, and we don't want to talk and tell you everything we want you guys to tell us. So really quick before we get into the fun stuff with the activity, we want to review what bullying is. Does anyone want to volunteer to read this out for us? Dan does. Thank you, Dan.
Sure, anytime. Bullying is being mean to others on purpose to hurt them or their feelings.
You could read this part too.
And bullying behavior is intended to hurt, is it repeated, involves unequal power and control.
Perfect. As we're going through today's lesson and we're learning about bullying behavior, we want you to focus on these items here. It's intended to hurt. This person isn't trying to joke with you and have a good time. Their intention is to make you feel badly. It's repeated. What this means is either it's repeated to you, it's consistently happening to you, the behavior is happening to you, or it's repeated for the person who's showing the behavior. Whether it be to Susan one day, the next day it's to Dan, it's that person is repeating this type of behavior over and over again. So it could be to the person, to the target of the behavior, or it could be the person showing the behavior. That's repeated. And it involves unequal power and control. What they mean by this is that it could be unequal power in size. So you could have someone that's really large, maybe muscular, strong, with someone who has a little bit of a weaker stature. Or it could be social status. So someone who maybe physically they're the same, but this person has a lot of friends, they're very popular, they have a lot of support, whereas the person that is the target of the behavior, they don't have as many friends, they don't have the social power. It could also be with money. You know, someone who has a lot of money, a lot of resources, to someone that doesn't have those resources. Any questions about any of that? What I would like for you guys to do is I'd like for you as a group to discuss bullying behavior. Think of things that you've seen, you've heard, maybe you might have experienced, and I want you to record them on this flip chart paper. So pick somebody who's going to write for your group, and you're just going to write down different examples that you think are bullying behavior, whether they're physical, whether they're emotional, verbal. I would like for you to just kind of brainstorm as a group, so you're going to have to discuss with each other, and then pick someone to write down all of your examples of bullying behavior. So go ahead and go. We'll give you about 3 minutes for this. That's a behavior though.
Yeah,
so.
it could be on the list of the behavior.
So it doesn't have to be categorized.
Yeah,
just
but it's stealing.
Stealing. Isolation.
Well, and it could be
Singling
anything.
out.
Yeah. And I think isolation is another one, singling out, right?
Okay, so this is a really good list. Could I have one of you come and bring that list up and just post it up here on the board, please? Do you want to read your list?
Sure. We have teasing, taunting, hazing, embarrassing, intimidation. We have physical harm, including pushing, hitting, or any unwanted touching. Verbal abuse, name calling, making fun of a person, the way they look, talk, dress, believe, race, things along those lines. Emotional abuse, control, having power over someone, over their emotions. Stealing money or any property, isolation, or singling someone out.
Perfect, thank you. So you guys created a really good list of different types of bullying behaviors. In this list you have, and you guys were exceptional, you even categorized it. So in this list we have these different types of bullying. Physical, which is what happens to your physical body. So you've been hit, kicked, that type of thing. Verbal is, there's no physical, but they're saying words to you. And social and emotional, this one's a little bit harder to understand. It's 2 different words. Social and emotional, this type of bullying behavior, this is meant to hurt your reputation. It's meant to hurt you socially. So it's a little bit different from the verbal and the physical, but it is trying to still hurt you in some way. What I would like for you guys to do, you have markers on your table. I am going to need 4 people from your group. So 4 people from this group is going to be allowed to participate in this next activity. Get the red marker, and if you have the red marker, you're going to underline any examples up here that are examples of physical bullying. The blue marker, you're going to underline examples of verbal bullying. The green marker, you're going to underline examples of social bullying, and then I have one more for you, the black marker. With the black marker, I would like for you to underline any of these activities that could be illegal. Because bullying behavior in itself, there's no illegal activity. However, specific examples of bullying, there are some that are illegal. So, there's going to be 4 people. Each one of you has a different color, so you can decide now who's going to take what color. We need a red marker, we need a blue marker, a green, and a black marker. And when you come up to the board, you're not doing this alone. Your group is going to help you. You will just be the one that's physically doing the underline. So your group can shout out answers for you and help you out. So let's have the person with the red marker come up first. And you guys will help her out so you can talk with one another. What would you like her to underline?
Physical stuff.
I was gonna say the pushing,
The hitting,
unwanted
touching.
touching.
Hazing can also.
Yeah.
What about stealing
Sorry,
money?
teasing.
Stealing money, yeah.
Stealing money.
Talk a little louder so that everybody can hear you in this large classroom.
So we pick pushing, hitting, unwanted touching, hazing, stealing money.
Intimidation, I think, could possibly be physical intimidation.
Good. Blue with the verbal, and keep in mind that some may get underlined twice or 3 times, just depending. So it's okay if it's already underlined to underline again if it crosses categories. So this is your verbal bullying behavior. Help him out. What do you want him to underline?
Teasing, taunting, hazing.
Hazing can be the same thing.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Intimidation.
Yeah. Verbal
Name
abuse,
calling.
name
Yeah.
calling,
I
pretty much
think
everything
I
under
have a
verbal
whole
abuse.
section of that.
Emotional, right? So,
Well,
it can be
Well, let's focus more on the actual act. So let's the actual
works on the way you look, talk, dress, right? And then I think isolation can too, because you can verbally single somebody out.
Yes.
You're invited to my
Telling
party or
them.
not.
Yeah.
Telling them that you can't participate, that sort of stuff.
Good. Okay, so social, emotional. Now keep in mind that when you're looking at these items, all of them can hurt your feelings, correct? But that's not the type of behavior that we want listed under social and emotional. What we want with this is hurting your reputation. So socially, they're hurting your reputation with other people. Not that they emotionally hurt your feelings. That they are trying to hurt your reputation with other people. So keep that in mind, because obviously taunting could hurt your feelings and you may think it's emotional, but what we want are acts that are hurting your reputation. So things, for an example, like isolation. I want no one to be your friend. That's what my goal is. So keep in mind with those. So whoever has the green, come on up and you guys help them out.
Embarrassing is
And teasing.
embarrassing.
And teasing.
Teasing. Isolation.
Isolation. The name calling.
Emotional abuse, like power over.
Yes.
Yeah, the emotional abuse, the
Power over,
control and the
control.
power over.
Perfect. Social is huge on power and control. Good. Thank you. Now we have of these could be illegal, because not all of them are illegal acts. What of these could possibly be illegal? Who has the black marker? Perfect. Let's help her out, guys.
I think the physical.
All of physical stuff.
Stealing money.
Hazing.
Yeah, depending on what it is.
Stealing money.
Isolation in the form of like neglect. That's if it's like a parent that would possibly be maybe bullying their child, which can happen. In our cases, we're looking at in the students, yeah, so peer on peer. Anything else? Did you do intimidation?
Intimidation. And some verbal stuff can can be crossed over the line too, with especially if you're exercising type of control over another person.
Maybe threatening
them.
Threatening them.
Verbal threats.
Okay. Good, perfect. Thank you guys. This is a really good list, and as you can see, some of these cross over into others. It can have physical and emotional and illegal activities going along with it. The illegal activities, when you're looking at these, teasing, we unfortunately cannot call the police for that. You might be able to have something done if you go to the principal's office. There could be some school policies that would help with this type of situation, maybe detention, you know, in the very least they get pulled in and get talked to. But in terms of getting the police involved, it has to be something that is against the law. So stealing money from someone else is against the law. Whether it's a bullying behavior or they're stealing money, it's a theft. So you're unable to do that. The police can absolutely be involved. Threatening, so you're threatening to hurt them. You're threatening to beat them up after school. You're threatening to hurt them physically. So that's definitely something. You know, pushing them, hitting them, those are assaults. So those are things that are illegal. Intimidation kind of goes along with threatening. And hazing, depending on what it is. There's hazing that is physical, so it depends on what type of hazing that it is. So we've looked at the different types of bullying behavior, and then we've also looked at the other bullying behaviors. If you engage in them, they're actually illegal and you could be arrested for those behaviors. Now I want to pose some questions to you guys. Think about being in school and whether you're on the playground, you're in the classroom, you're at lunch. Do you see any of these? Have you seen any of these? Just think of your own personal experience. In your opinion, what did you see the most of? And anyone can just...
Physical.
Physical. So you were seeing students pushing? Okay. How about the rest of you? What did you see the most
Verbal.
of?
And verbal.
Name calling,
Okay.
making fun of.
Isolation. See a lot of groups more, like
Okay.
say
Peer
groups form,
groups.
and that keep others out. So you start kind of seeing the outcasts and
They're like their
don't fit
cliques.
in.
Exactly. They don't have the social status that others may have. Okay, good. What we want to do is make sure that you leave this classroom understanding what bullying behavior is, because there is a difference between healthy, normal conflict and bullying behavior. So as we progress through lessons, you'll learn a little bit more about bullying behavior, but today we just want to focus on making sure that you understand what bullying behavior is. So we are going to have you engage in a role play to exhibit some of these behaviors to make sure that you understand it. Now I'm going to split this one group in half. So there'll be 3 and 3. So we'll have you 3 work together and you 3 work together. And I'm going to assign you. So this group over here, you'll have physical bullying. So what we'd like for you to do is create a role play just to kind of demonstrate what you mean by physical. Now keep in mind, I don't actually want you to hit each other. I don't actually want you to kick. We're doing all pretend. You're pulling out your best Grammy, is it Oscar? Oscar-winning performance here, but you're not actually going to hit. We want to make sure that you understand that you're incorporating these things. It's intended to hurt, it's repeated, and it involves unequal power. So make sure when you're demonstrating your physical activity that you're following these and what bullying behavior is. Same situation with you guys, except you're going to do verbal. Please keep it clean. No curse words. Don't use any real life. These are all fictional, pretend characters. Don't call out anybody, any of your classmates, anything like that. So we will give you some time. You guys can just get in your groups and you can plan out if you want to write on flip chart paper, get a little script going. Your skits should not be longer from 2 to 3 minutes. That's your time of fame. You get 2 to 3 minutes of fame to come up here and demonstrate that you know what type of bullying behavior you're demonstrating. So you're going to do physical, you're physical and verbal. So go ahead.
It looks just like it.
You ready? Does any group volunteer to go first?
We'll go first.
Okay, and I'll get out of your way. Speak loudly, please.
You are?
They are.
It doesn't matter. Well,
If you could kind of move over to, yeah, there you go, to that Perfect.
Stay around. Just don't push hard. Okay, push.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. Hey, that's not fair. I don't like that. That's really, that's.
How's your day today?
Okay, that's unwanted touching. I'm telling. Why are you doing that? Why are you being mean?
I don't know, I just wanna
Smack me
touch
around?
a little bit.
Okay.
All done?
I think we're done.
Okay, so with their skin, what they portrayed, would that meet the definition of what was bullying? Did you see some of these things happening, and what did you see? What did you see happening?
Unequal power and control.
You did. Which one was the one who had power?
He did.
Okay, how do you know?
Because he was pushing me more. We had physical contact.
Physical contact, okay? Any other characteristics of a bully?
They both were intimidating. I mean,
Yeah,
they were both taller than her, and so
Mhm.
that unequal power was just
Because of their size.
aware, or you were just aware of it.
Right?
And it was intended to hurt because they knew it was unwanted.
Okay, how did they know it was
She
unwanted?
was verbalizing that, telling
She
us
verbalized
like
it. Yeah, she verbally told him no, okay?
And they repeated it after she told them that too.
Which type of bullying did you see? Did you see physical, verbal, social, illegal? What did you see? Which type, or did you see more than one type?
More than one time.
What types did you see?
Physical,
Such as?
the touching, pushing, the verbal.
Such as?
I'm going to hurt you. I just want to hurt you. Is that what you said?
Which made it illegal because it was threatening
Right.
Okay, so at what point did it become illegal then?
when they started, I mean, June, they started
Well, she
vocal.
said it's been wanted,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so.
Alright, good. Alright, so we're ready for the next group?
Oh, okay, what's your name?
Let you have the stage.
Remember to speak loudly, please.
What was that?
Am I sit?
Give you a ticket.
Oh.
Wow, this is like, okay, stage setting, right?
Pablo.
Let me see, look at him. Look at what he looks like. Look at that haircut. Look at, wow.
Who's this?
He looks like that Doogie Howser guy, you know?
Algebra?
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at that.
You think you're smart?
Yeah,
Hey.
really? No. Have you ever seen Doogie Howser? He's like really
Yeah,
dumb.
Yeah, look at the
He's
shirt.
dumb, no
Yeah.
kidding.
So
no
ugly.
kidding. The shirt, oh,
What are you
wow. Hey,
Do
you
my
know,
homework, guys.
come on. Come on, really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, look at that. He thinks he's all that with a.
My mom
old
gave it to
shirt.
me.
Yeah, I bet your mom did. I bet
You also
she
do your
did.
haircut?
Yeah.
Look at his hair, look at his hair.
I know, it's a bit of old in
Just
your
on
head.
Just on Mondays.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, good job, guys.
Good job. Okay,
That
so,
was really
did
easy to be neat, isn't
Is it, so did that meet the criteria for bullying? Did you see some of these aspects and what? Which one did you see?
I see the ability to hurt Daniel's feelings,
How so? What was said that was intended?
making fun of his hairstyle,
Hairstyle.
and what he was wearing and what he studied.
Good. Did you see the other characteristics of bullying?
They did it on purpose. They didn't like say, oh no, stop, but wasn't encouraging it.
Mm-hmm. What was in his body language that showed you he didn't like this?
Always kind of keep it like neutral, so I guess like they tried a situation, but they just kept going.
They kept going, and that repeated, right? They kept repeating their behavior, okay? And what kind of bullying did you see? What type? Did you see physical, verbal, social, or illegal?
Verbal for sure.
Such as?
Just name calling, making fun of the way he looked, dressed, what he was really like in general as far as what he was doing. As far as social, I mean, it could be if there was other people around.
Okay.
They kind of set, some type of repeated behavior by others towards the same person.
What do you imagine the other class doing while this is going on?
Well,
Engaging.
an actor,
Engaging. It's
either
possible.
engaging or just doing nothing.
Okay.
Tend
ongoing thing over time. It could rise to something illegal. There's like harassment.
And that it can rise, it can lead into it. Right, right. Which do you think hurts more, to physical, verbal, social? Which do you think hurts more? They all hurt. They all hurt. Very good, very good. Okay, we're going to be learning about more lessons later that tell you how to handle situations like this. But with what you've learned so far, how would you handle this if you were a bystander watching this? What would you do if you saw this happening?
Either case, I think I would at least intercede and tell them that it's not something that they should be doing, that they could be reported to whoever.
And somebody else, what would you do if you saw this happening in the classroom?
I'd go get a teacher.
Go get a teacher, always a great idea. Yes. And what would happen, what would it need to do in order for it to become an illegal act? Okay, so now that the lesson is over, I would like for you to tell me what's one thing that a bully would do. Go.
Hurt people physically and emotionally.
Okay. What's something a bully would do?
It's repeated, their actions are always repeated.
It's repeated.
They go out and intentionally seek to hurt others.
Intentionally hurt to seek others.
What they can do can be illegal and they can be held accountable for it.
Good, it can be illegal. What's something a bully does that is illegal? What's an illegal activity that a bully would do? I'm going to start back over here.
Anything that's going,
And don't forget, you can look back up here.
Yeah,
What's
I mean,
something a bully could do that would be illegal?
going across the line
Mhm.
of like stealing or either intentionally trying to hurt others.
Trying to hurt others, exactly, yes. Something else that a bully would do that would be illegal?
Threatening.
Threatening them. And what would they say that would be threatening that would be illegal?
Like, I'm gonna beat you up.
I'm gonna beat you up, because that's telling them they're gonna cause that physical harm. Good, good. Okay, and then we talked that in future lessons you're going to have an opportunity to learn more about what to do if a bully is bullying you and what to do if you're standing by. But for right now, what's something that comes to mind? How would you handle a situation? Let's say you were the one being bullied. What's something you could do?
First thing is you request the person to stop that you don't feel comfortable. That definitely probably won't happen. So the only thing you can do is get someone with power and authority from your school to get involved and either try to get the behavior to stop.
So you would tell them to stop, and you would also maybe go tell an adult that it's happening. Great. What's something you would do if you were the target and somebody was bullying you? What's something you could do?
Those are two things I thought of, is to
Mhm.
report it, so that there's outside intervention, because
Mhm.
if they're using power of control, we might need that higher
Mhm.
level of intervention.
To talk to somebody, about it. Right. Tell me something. Have you ever been bullied? Why do you think you got bullied? And I'll just leave that out to you. If you ever got bullied, why do you think you were a target of it?
I was bullied walking home from school, and I think it was because I was by myself, and there was a group of girls that just walked behind me and would make fun of the way I was dressed, or that I was short.
Mhm.
So I mean, I never thought of it as bullying. I just thought of it as being, mean.
Mean. And yet, what did we find out today? What is that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Anybody else?
When I was very young and we were having class with all these higher grade students, and they saw me as like little kid, and they start asking me some verbally abuse words, and I think it's just trying to make fun of me.
How did you handle that?
Well, I was too young, yes, and I just take it.
You just take it, yes. Sometimes that happens, but we're going to teach you some more lessons later that'll tell you what you can do about that. So, okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.